Hi guys, welcome back to my channel, Critics Cup. My name is Jacob and today we have another episode of Cups, or I'm not sure what I'm calling this series yet. But if you do want to see more in this series, make sure you like and leave a comment down below if there's any particular topic you want to cover in a future video. But let's jump straight into what we're discussing today, which will be the LEGO Marvel 2025 leaks and what's left for the rest of the year, and some other stuff sprinkled throughout the video, so make sure you stay tuned. Now, first up, we have in July, we have a new-ish reveal that just kind of came out of nowhere, which was the Miles Morales helmet, which is similar to the Carnage and these other helmets that you see behind me. Not to be confused with the Iron Spider bust, which I thought was releasing on June 1st, but it's apparently coming out in August for some reason, separate from the Iron Man bust we just got, which I've done a review on if you want to have a look at. It looks really cool. It's identical to the Spider-Man helmet we got a little while ago now, which I still need to get. So now there's 3 Spider-Man related helmet bust sets that I need to buy to look complete the display, because I want to have all the LEGO Marvel busts. I get some Star Wars and other bits, but yeah. It looks really cool. It's just a colour swap mostly, but it's great to get a Miles Morales bust. Now, August 1st, we're getting a big drop for LEGO Marvel, and there's going to be tons of new sets, which looks super cool. So I think this is one of the best waves in a very, very long time for Marvel, because there's finally the bigger sets are more related to the comics, as well as some movie sets. So there's a nice balance in this new upcoming wave. So we have my least favourite set, which is the cheapest set, which is the Iron Man 2 Hammer Drone Attack set. No new minifigures. The drones look really weird and done just something off about the builds. They look very creator-like. So I'm skipping this set, even though it's the cheapest, which is really frustrating. Next up, another not so interesting set. We have the Captain America vs Thanos. So this is the same brand new Thanos design that came in the Hulk Monster Truck, which is a set I don't think anyone should buy, including myself. Because I knew this Thanos minifigure was going to pop up somewhere, but I wasn't expecting it so suddenly. Plus, we get a new Captain America, which could have been a new Endgame suit or Civil War suit for Captain America, which is a real shame. We get a weird random comic one. Yeah, the build's okay, and it's like the Mighty Micro Infinity Gauntlet build we get for Thanos. So yeah, just wish it was Thanos chopper or something. Just come on, they're sitting right there. So next up, we have 3 sets that all retail for about £45 each. We'll start with the probably least exciting, but I think this one's really cool. I think all these sets are really cool going forward. So this is Peter Parker's apartment. Comes with a brand new Hobgoblin with a recolor on orange of the Moon Knight hood piece, which looks super, super cool. Looks like a great new figure. Mary Jane looks like she's got a new torso, apparently. I'm not sure if it is a City One, correct me in the comments. But yeah, really cool set, and it connects to the Spider-Verse set we got earlier in January, and the biggest set of the wave, which we'll get to towards the end. Now, next set on the that was also revealed is the Endgame Final Battle DLC pack. Now, this one's actually way better than the actual big set. The big set I am really holding off on buying for as long as I can. Now, if I find this set early, I'm going to have to pull the trigger and buy that one, because they do connect the little side build and they do kind of complete each other. But this comes with 2 brand new minifigures. You get a wicked design of Iron Patriot, and the mech is pretty cool. I actually quite like it. And you get a new Rocket Raccoon. Now, we are missing still quite a few suits from the Endgame film, considering they've made so many of these Endgame sets now. We're still missing the Ronin suit for Hawkeye. Black Widow could definitely do with an upgrade with a dual molded hairpiece, which we'll get to with the CMFs later. Have a Dug Duck is a new character we've never gotten before. And he's one of the last, I'd say reasonable sized characters in the Marvel Universe that was in that film. That would be really cool to have as a minifigure. We got M'Baku a few years ago, so we're nearly there. We're completing every Endgame character, apart from side background characters. But yeah, it's a shame that those characters aren't included, but yeah, it's good that we're getting 2 more now of the new minifigures that we have been wanting for so long. We're just so close to getting all of them. I hate to say it, but we need another Endgame Final Battle set to round out and finish up these last few suits that we are still missing. Now, next up on this list, we have the Age of Ultron Quinjet. Now, I have the old Quinjet, which I want to do a live stream of at some point when I get the chance. But yeah, this one comes with the display stand, like as you can see the Benatar and the old Avengers 1 Quinjet behind me. So yeah, that's going to go really nicely with these 4 stand-based ships they release every year. And yeah, this one's really cool. We finally get a new Ultron Prime, which is going to be really cool to get, and Quicksilver finally returns in minifigure form after 10 years exactly.
You didn't see that coming?
Which is crazy to me that we never got another Quicksilver minifigure. But yeah, this Quicksilver looks really cool. It's just a shame there's no leg printing or anything else they could have done with him. But overall, I really do like this set. It's a sleek design, really well designed Quinjet, one of the best looking Quinjets we've got. I will be doing a full Quinjet comparison video now that I own almost all of them, except from this one and the Civil War diorama one. But yeah, really cool set. I think this is one of the most hyped ones of this new wave. Now, next up, we have the Sam Raimi train set. You get 4 new exclusive minifigures, which I found very surprising, with Tobey Maguire having the ripped shirt and the new face print. Yeah, really cool. Really happy to have this set. Firstly, Across the Spider-Verse set, this set, and then we're also getting the Across the Spider-Verse CMF line soon in September, which is crazy that we're getting all these Sony Lego Marvel sets after all these years. I'd love to get some amazing Spider-Man sets, would be super cool. Maybe redesign the Lizard as a big fig one day, who knows. But yeah, hopefully we also get some Spider-Man 3 sets. I'd love to get all those characters like New Goblin and stuff like that, and Venom would be super cool. Just make a big crane battle set would be really wicked. Maybe you can make that as a modular for next year, because there's no DTC for Marvel this year, which is very odd. Now, also as well, the final set, which I'm the most excited for, because it harkens back to the good old days of Lego Marvel, where they did these kind of sets. We have Oscorp, which has a side jewellery, Venom's apartment and a little shop, like just tons of great details, and you get a really good lineup of minifigures. So we get the new Green Goblin design from the comics recently, which looks really cool. Craven the Hunter finally returns, unfortunately with no leg printing this time, but it's great to have him back in a set, especially after his film bombed last Christmas. And we get Eddie Brock, which is the first with the Venom neck attachment, which is super cool. And obviously there's a lot of references to the Venom trilogy from this minifigure and his apartment with the chicken and stuff. So yeah, really cannot wait to get that. Norman Osborn, who we've been waiting for since the Daily Bugle teased him, even though we did get him way back in the early 2000s in the original Raimi sets. That go for a lot of money these days, unfortunately. But yeah, really, really cool, really happy with this set overall. It's just so great to have Oscorp. Would have preferred a modular building, sure. But this will go very nicely with the classic Daily Bugle if you still have that set lying around, and some of the other buildings they have done at this kind of scale in the past. Again, this connects to the Peter Parker's Apartments, which is also releasing the same day, and the Spider-Verse set from earlier this year. So hopefully they're doing like they're doing now with Diagon Alley for Harry Potter. They'll just keep releasing extensions to this new system they've designed for Marvel. I'm very, very excited. I love the prospect of what this can bring in the future. And as for the other figures, they're all repeats, nothing really too special, and none of them with dual moulded legs, considering the Spider-Girl comes with dual moulded legs in a £20 set. It's really, really bizarre. I don't know why Lego are not getting more bang for their buck for dual moulded legs and decreasing the production costs by including them in more sets. So I don't understand their mentality there. If anyone knows, let me know in the comments, but I just think it's super strange. And you get a little bite for Miles Morales, which is okay, I guess. But yeah, that is the overall new wave. Now, as I said before, we are getting the CMF line, which has leaked, which I can't show pictures of the check sheet. But yeah, I'm quite happy with this. It's going to be great to add to the Spider-Verse collection. And as I'll show you in this clip here in a moment, I have a ton of Spider-Man minifigures. I have all of them, apart from all the new ones. So including the Spidey ones. It's a really cool CMF line. I'm really happy for this to come out. Now, some people would have preferred a CMF Series 3, but with the Disney Plus shows not doing too well at the moment, I don't see it ever happening. The only one I think people would have wanted is Daredevil and Punisher, which they'll never do. Considering that show was TVMA, so who knows if we'll ever get another Disney Plus CMF one. See, I would prefer personally just go all the way back to the beginning of the MCU, just do a multiverse or Infinity Saga, see it both line. That could include all the missing Endgame characters, so you stop making sets, and characters from like Hulk, Incredible Hulk, Iron Man 1, like just characters we never got on, or just super detailed versions of them, like the stealth suit from Winter Soldier or something like that, instead of basing it on specific TV shows. But let me know your thoughts on that in the comments. But yeah, and then one more thing we are getting, so we aren't getting the other calendar as I mentioned earlier, but we are getting a rumoured like a Christmas Hulkbuster, which there's not really too much information out there on this set just yet. I think it's going to come with one minifigure, which will probably be a new exclusive Christmas Iron Man or Tony Stark. I'm really curious to see what this Hulkbuster looks like, and I believe this releases in October. Now, I believe this last little thing that I'll add on the end here is the Spider-Man book, which comes with an exclusive Cyborg Spider-Man minifigure, which I think is still making its way into stores around the world at the moment. So keep your eye out for that if you want to have all the Spider-Man minifigures by the end of the year. But that is all the Lego Marvel leaks and pictures we have had. And apart from the official reveal of the CMF and the Christmas set, that is all we have left for the rest of the year for Lego Marvel, unless there's a few surprises down the line. Now I'm going to talk about 2026 for Lego Marvel. So unless Spider-Man Brand New Day gets delayed, which is very likely it could, but I don't see them delaying it a whole year because it will release 1 month after Beyond the Spider-Verse, so we'll have to wait and see there. So I think Lego are going to keep dipping their toes back into the world of the older, Raimi and maybe the Andrew Garfield films, maybe, if we're lucky. To just kind of fill the gap and just actually cover movies they've missed, like Thunderbolts, maybe give us some Fantastic Four comic sets. Because 2026 is really open for Lego's taking. They could do some Disney Plus stuff if they want to finally get around to doing those WandaVision dioramas that everyone keeps making mocks of or something like that. It'd be really interesting to see what 2026 is going to look like, because Doomsday sets might come out next August because the film got delayed to Christmas. But I don't see them releasing any sets until maybe January. Maybe they'll release it for the January wave, straight after the film. It's very hard to tell because they can't release these sets too early. And if they're retooling a bunch of stuff, Lego might have to go back to the drawing board and a lot of sets, and it could get delayed again. I don't think these Christmas dates are going to stick for the Avengers films, in my opinion. I like to be proven wrong though. I don't want to keep waiting for these films to come out, but I also want them to be the best they can. So yeah, 2026 is going to be a real blank slate for Marvel, Lego Marvel in general. As I say, if that Spider-Man movie does not come out next year, then there's nothing for them to work with at all, unless they do the Spider-Man Noir TV show, which I highly doubt. So 2026 could be a very promising year, like we're seeing this summer, where we're getting a good mix-up of different sets and stuff. We just had the first Fantastic Four set, so hopefully we get some interesting sets next year that will be completely different. And hopefully Lego have done away with the construction figures now that the Captain America 4 one's come and gone, basically. So hopefully we won't get any more of them taking up slots, and maybe DC might have a good chance. I think we'll get a lot of DC sets in 2026. Maybe some for Superman. If it makes like $1 billion, this Superman film, or does crazy well, Lego might tap into like they've been doing with the Sony Marvel stuff and finally make some sets on DC. Because the problem with DC is it shares its budget with Lego Marvel, and Lego Marvel being the top brand, they get all the budget basically. DC get like 2-3 sets a year. And now we've got the Arkham Asylum set coming out later this year, and the Batman Forever Batmobile. And we're getting the Batman Forever Batmobile, which is 90 quid, yikes. But apart from that, we're not getting a lot of DC stuff. So maybe next year will be a good time for a nice mix up back of the old days where we get some classic Marvel and DC sets. What do you guys think of that in the comments? Do you think that I'm onto something there? Because there's literally nothing going on in 2026 for Marvel. So I feel like DC have a good chance to make some good sets next year. Fingers crossed, because it has been so long since we've got comic DC sets. That Superman mech and with Lex Luthor was good enough, but we need more. We need bigger sets. Like a Daily Planet modular builder. Hopefully this Arkham Asylum is a modular builder, which is going to be cool, but the minifigures lineup doesn't sound too exciting. So yeah, I'd love to see Lego Marvel and DC split the budget accordingly like they used to next year. And that is going to do it, guys, for all my thoughts on this. Let me know what you think, and I'll see you all in the next video.